Hello everyone. So I know it's been a while since I made a devlog, but that doesn't mean that I did stop working on the game. I just didn't feel like I had done enough to make a devlog because most of what I did was behind the scenes. So here I have this, which is an actual build of the game, which I'm like very proud of. It's like I actually have a desktop icon that launches the game now. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So just click that, and then it opens it up. Now, unfortunately, okay, straight into the game with one of the things I added already. Um, Unfortunately, the the game automatically opens on my main monitor, which is the one that's 16 by 10 and not the one that's 16 by 9. So the recording's going to be a little bit weird, but I mean, that's how the first couple were anyways. Alright, so as you can see, we have Floof here. Um, I made full artworks for the character, or full sketches at least, for his dialogue, so I can have like expressions next to the text, similar to how some games do like character portraits next to text. I just do like a full drawing of the character to the side. And yeah, thanks to my experience with drawing, if you've seen my main channel, especially the community posts on my main channel, you know that I've been drawing a lot, and actually if you follow my main channel, you probably have seen these drawings already. But anyways, um, hello, can anyone hear me? It's so cold out here. This guy, like, boop. I gotta get out of here. Okay, so that's one of the things that I added. It's just dialogue. If the noise that he makes when he's speaking is annoying, um, I might switch it out or remove it completely, or like make it very quiet because I know it's kind of annoying. um, all right. Now I'm not gonna play through the whole game because whenever I do that, it takes like forever. Um, but yeah, the game's pretty interesting now because without dev mode on, which I don't have on these builds, um, it's just really hard because you have to actually like find the items that you're going to use. Maybe at some point I'll do a full video that's just no dialogue, playing through the entire game start to finish and not using the shortcut that I added specifically for this video. So yeah, here's this shortcut that I added specifically for this video. Um, this is a save point right here. And you don't actually need these. These are for much later when I have enough room to actually add these to levels, but for now, if I click escape in the top right hand corner here, as you can see the UI is a little bit broken because it's not the resolution I made it for. I will fix this because I do want the game to run at different like aspect ratios in 16 by 9, but um, yeah, for the moment it is a little bit broken. So instead of using the save point, I can just click save over here. I get that some of these menus and dialogue options are pretty ugly, and that's because I haven't bothered yet to draw new menu icons. Alright, so shortcut time. Alright. Now I'm not trying to fight all these guys. So let's just run past them. Okay. Now this next level here is really, really ugly, and I am going to replace it, so don't worry about how ugly it looks, okay? But the only reason I wanted to show this level off is because I made this test dialogue here between our player character and this character who I haven't even added really to the game yet. Their name's going to be Cat. They're going to be the first NPC of the game. And if the story goes according to plan as it has been written out now, Cat will be a very important and reoccurring character. Okay, so Cat says, "Who are you?" And I made Cat's dialogue red just to tell them apart. Oh, I'm Floof. I'm from... Oh, not again. Okay, so there's actually this silly little doodle comic that I made that's like 60-something pages long right now about Floof. And basically in that one he lost his memory, and so maybe he will just... Maybe that'll happen again, just for this story. I don't plan on making too many references. This is kind of an excuse to not make references to the actual doodle comic, because I don't want people to actually read that, and it's not posted anywhere online. It was just made for fun and practice. Alright, so it's like, oh, I'm Floof. I'm from Not Again. Oh, I see. Well, do you need help? Hello. Yes. And yeah, that's what it looks like when you do it faster. This is a green slime, by the way. They're really strong. Yeah. Shoot, I can't showcase them in the video, but there are new items, 2 of them. So, when I was putting the slime together, hold on, let me just go to a previous level so it's not so ugly. So when I was putting the slimes together and updating them so they have health bars now, I gave them a loot pool. They only drop 1 item, but that's more than they did before. And that 1 item is super rare, so it's like, I don't know, I probably won't be able to get it. Oops, I died. Well, at least we get to see this again. Okay, so yeah, there's new helmets. That's what the item type was. Okay, well, I might as well showcase that saving and loading works. So if I just click save, I walk away, click load save. Well, that didn't quite work, did it? Okay. Now it works. I will fix these bugs before release, obviously, but at the moment the game mostly works. Okay, so I just close the game button right down here, and it closes the game, which is good because that's the first time I ever tested that. And then if I load the game up and load my save, as you can see, I'm here, and my inventory is exactly the same as it was, which is empty. Alright. Close game. The last thing that I would like to share, actually maybe second to last, is what the save files look like. 'Cause yeah, they look like this. So just a JSON file with like a whole bunch of player information, and then somewhere is the inventory, but because I have nothing in my inventory, there's nothing here. But these save files can get extremely long. I don't think I have one open that has like actual items, but if there's any items in the save file, they're like very long. Alright, the last thing that I wanted to share before I end this 12th devlog is what the game's supposed to look like at the correct aspect ratio. Okay, so yeah, this is what the game looks like inside the Unity editor. So this is what it looked like when I was making it. And hold on, let me just level manager, give me dev mode, save. Okay. Got my build settings open. That's not what I meant to click. Okay. Okay, so this is the new helmet. Let me just set this to 4K so I can zoom in a little bit more. Let me just speed run to the next, or to the areas where it's actually right. By doing that. Okay. So this is what the rock hat looks like. The rock slime hat. Floof, in the description for these, says that he doesn't like them. Looks heavy, still moist, so Floof doesn't like the mud hat. This is a ground slime hat. Just 4 defense. It's not very... It's actually... I almost said it's not very good, but this is actually terrific because this is easily the greatest armor in the game so far. It does like 4 times more defense than the actual other armors. And then there's the slime hat. This one is a little bit broken, visually at least, because you can see his eyebrows through the slime hat, but aside from that, it does look pretty alright. So yeah, just patch that. Alright, well that's pretty much everything. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing that I would like to show off, because this is the first devlog in a while. I guess my dialogue manager script. It's a super mess. So the way I have it set up is that I make these text blocks, and these text blocks just have a whole bunch of information about what's going on. So we have like the index of the sprite for that's going to be displayed. The actual text lines, special information for if the text is special. So special block, the different colors, sounds. So each block I give sounds individually for. Yeah. Lots of stuff to just make it easier for me to make it in the editor. But yeah, it's pretty long and technical. Although I'm sure a lot of my audience is probably a little bit more technical than maybe even I am. 'Cause like, yeah, this is a pretty complicated project at the moment. Yeah. By the way, there are amazing tutorials on YouTube for a lot of this stuff. Like, I probably wouldn't have been able to figure out player saves on my own. So player stats at the very top. So we got a player class. It's serializable because it needs to be turned into a string. The player class has the item class inside of it, which has been changed to serializable. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. I could talk about the code for like 5 hours and I still wouldn't be done. The code is extremely complicated. Alright. Well, I am very proud that I got so far in this game, and I'm excited to keep going and like make the game better and better. Hopefully one day it's like an actually complete game and has more than 5 minutes of gameplay. Okay, well, I'll see about making a video that's just the entire game with no yapping, but yeah, alright. See ya.